Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that affects every country, every society, and every one of us, and that is security. What does security really mean? Is it just about soldiers and wars? Or is it also about our health, environment, and daily life? Today, we'll understand the true meaning of security and explore the two major types, traditional security and non-traditional security. I'll give you easy explanations and real-life examples. You'll find it simple and useful. So stay tuned and let's get started. What is security? Security means being safe or freedom from danger, threat, or harm. It is about protecting people, property, and nations from anything that can cause damage or fear. What is traditional security? Traditional security, also called conventional security, refers to the old or classic way nations and governments think about protecting their country and people. It mostly focuses on military threats and state-centered protection. The nation-state is the main actor. Security means protecting the sovereignty, borders, and government from external military attacks. Peace and security are maintained through military strength or alliances. Traditional security assumes the main threat comes from other states through war, invasion, conflict, and border disputes. For example, India strengthened its borders after the 1962 war with China. It focuses on how to protect itself from the threat of Pakistan and China. Israel enhances its weapons to defend itself from its neighbors, Iran and Lebanon. Another example is America and Russia being involved in an arms race during the Cold War, which means increasing weapons to defend themselves from military attacks. Thus, the main focus of traditional security is the protection of the nation or state for survival. States or countries use tools like armies, weapons, and defense alliances. Weapons include jet fighters, aircraft, helicopters, tanks, rockets, missiles, drones, and nuclear bombs and others. Defense alliances mean countries form groups or make friends to defend themselves from the attack of another group. For example, during the Second World War, Italy, Japan, and Germany formed a group known as the Axis powers on September 27, 1940. The USA, UK, France, and USSR also formed their own group, known as the Grand Alliance, to fight against the Axis powers. Another example is the Western countries forming the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, on April 4, 1949, under the leadership of the USA, to protect themselves from the military threat of the Soviet Union, which is now known as Russia. The idea was that if one member was attacked, all members would help defend them, like a group of friends promising to protect each other. However, alliances are based on national interests and can change when national interests change. For example, the U.S. supported the Islamic militants in Afghanistan against the Soviet Union in the 1980s, but later attacked them when Al-Qaeda, a group of Islamic militants led by Osama bin Laden, launched terrorist strikes against America on September 11, 2011. In the traditional view of security, most threats to a country's security come from outside its borders. This is because there is no global government or central authority to control the behavior of countries that attack other countries, so the world becomes an unsafe place. To respond to an attack, a country has three options: 1. To surrender, 2. To stop the other side from attacking, and 3. To defend itself when war breaks out. Now let us look into the concept of non-traditional security. What is non-traditional security? Non-traditional security means protecting people and countries from dangers that are not caused by war or military attacks. These dangers come from things like natural disasters, diseases, terrorism, cyber attacks, poverty, and migration. Unlike traditional security, which focuses on protecting a country's borders by using army, non-traditional security is about keeping people safe in their daily lives. For example, climate change and global warming is a non-traditional threat. When there are floods, droughts, rising of temperature, and rising sea levels, people may lose their homes and become refugees, forced to leave their countries. Poverty is also a threat. When people don't have food, jobs, or education, it creates social problems and unrest. Migration occurs when people move to other places in search of safety or better living conditions. If not managed properly, it can lead to overcrowding and tension in the areas they move to. Between 1990 and 1995, 70 states were involved in 93 wars, which resulted in the deaths of approximately 5.5 million, 55 lakh, people. As a result, Many were forced to migrate to other countries due to widespread violence or the destruction of their livelihoods, identities, and living environments in their home countries. Armed conflicts in the global south, such as in Sudan, Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, have generated millions of refugees seeking safe places to live. Pandemics like COVID-19 affect the health of people all over the world, not just in one country. HIV/AIDS, bird flu, and severe acute respiratory syndrome (SARS) have spread rapidly across countries through migration, business, and tourism. Other new and poorly understood diseases such as Ebola virus, hantavirus, and hepatitis C have emerged. In 2003, around 4 crore people worldwide were infected with HIV/AIDS. Terrorism, like the 9/11 attacks in the US or the 2008 Mumbai attacks, Pahalgam attack 2025 causes fear and kills innocent people. Cyber attacks can damage important systems like banks, hospitals, or even government websites. These problems don't need soldiers or weapons to be solved. They need all countries in the world to work together, share information, and support each other. In short, non-traditional security is about protecting people, not just protecting borders. It includes fighting problems like disease, poverty, pollution, terrorism, and cybercrime to create a safer world for everyone.